This is an opportunity for people to get more information and for us to continue to provide that information and make sure people are clear about it. We have recognised, and I think probably should have always been recognised, just wasn't on the guide, that the northern part of the basin is very, very different, both in climate, hydrology to the southern Atlantic system, and its contribution downstream, down to the mouth of the Murray is negligible, and that's why you would see fairly substantial adjustments in numbers compared with guide.
If I came down here to get outcomes for my community and put our concerns on the table to you so you could address them. Now, we've had lower Balong floodplain guys, arguing with us up the top here for years and years, and at last, we're all sitting around the table with that same objective is to give this a go. Now, I don't, there might be political machinations, I don't know about that. The first guide was, this is it, this is what we're giving you, and you do it. And we were talked at, didn't have the opportunity to have input when the authority first came around. This is an entirely different approach, and that's why I think it's getting the reception that it is up here, that people they have a sense of ownership and they are being involved, and we'll find the solutions.
First of all, there has not been and will not be any compulsory acquisition from the Commonwealth. None. Sometimes people stand up at meetings and say, you're not getting one drop of my water. That's fine. Someone doesn't want to sell any of their water, we don't want to buy it.
What resources and what assistance is the government going to provide to those farmers so that they can actually work more efficiently with water?
We have direct funding of on-farm efficiency projects, which when we fund those, half of the water savings go to the Commonwealth Environmental Water Holder and half of the water savings go to the irrigator.
Could you just go through the changes since the guide to now in terms of the specifics for this area, please?
The guide said the Condamine Balong required 203 gigs to be acquired from it for all the environmental objectives. We've reviewed all of that, we've brought that back down to 100. The Minister's team have already applied 5, so there's 95 to go.
One of the ideas that people come up with is to target particular crops and to say there's particular crops which use high amounts of water. If we took them out of the system, then we'd have more water. I reject that argument and reject it unreservedly. Anybody who says that the objective of the reform is somehow to return the Murray-Darling back to its natural state is talking a different language to me. We have a working basin. We will always have a working basin. And what I want to make sure is that that working basin is as healthy as it can possibly be.
Are you 100% committed to agreeing with this report in its entirety, or is the government's position, certainly there was minority partners, going to make it difficult to get this further? Will we be still talking about this later, or are we able to put this into law?
You're right, John, this ends up in front of Parliament, and I don't want to see a situation where a whole lot of really good policy work ends up being wrecked by a political process.
Well, I wasn't here last time, but people told me that the responses over the last couple of days where people actually want to engage, they want to take the next step, they want to get on with taking greater control over the management of their part of the basin. All those desires were very different to last time. And the fact that a whole lot of good community leaders came along and joined in very constructively with good questions, good suggestions of better ways of doing things. The fact that we had the Minister here where they could talk to him direct, I think goes for a good dialogue. Thank you so much for your time. I'll certainly not be a stranger. I'm sure the Minister won't. We'll see each other on June. Thanks for coming.